Hello, and welcome everybody. Let's get into some Scroll of Taiwu. So this is something I played maybe a year ago or so. Kind of just on my own. Had the English translation mod for it. Wasn't as good as the official translation is now, so figured we'd jump back in with the nice 1.0 release. They've changed some things. I forgot everything. And we're just going to jump right in and go for it. It'll be great, I'm sure. Yeah, a bunch of garbage windows open here. 1 second. Need this open. Okay. All right. Yep. Total memories of things. This is a little test character I did. We're going to make a new one, though.
Qiangshu, the nexus of all sentience.
Movie time.
Those it corrupts fall from grace, losing their sanity to become monsters. Taiwu, the selfless one, void of self. One is void of demons. Wielding the Fuyu hilt to redeem the lost, this power endures forever.
I do love the art animation style in this game.
"370 years ago, the first Taiwu rallied the 15 sects. With 9 divine swords, they swore to destroy Qiangshu forever.
Well, they destroyed everything, all right. Don't know if they got Jiangsu or not.
Fuyu, the essence of 9 divine swords combined. The sworn nemesis of Qiangshu. The Fuyu hilt served as a vessel, within which the strength of generations of Taiwu has been gathered and sealed. A legacy passed down and down. The sword carries the heart carries the world. Countless lives were saved. Until the Fuyu hilt reached the 7th Taiwu.
Bobby.
Just when all believed the Fuyu would last forever, it vanished without a trace. And so, nearly a century slipped into history.
So there you go. There's your backstory. Let's see. What do I want to do for hair? I'm going to go bald man. So this being a Chinese game, there is definitely such a thing as this is more attractive than this, as by your current charm here. Like if you come down here and you take and say, oh, let's change this all the way up here or something. it will actually affect your charisma. I don't know if these ones do so much on the face, but on the eyebrows, but like the eyes, you make them wide set, it'll make your charisma go down. Narrow set makes it go down. They must be centered. Too big, too small, same thing. So there's definitely a thing. And different faces actually are, you know, less attractive than others, I guess we should say. This looks like he's dopey and pouting. Needs a bit more schnoz on there. Maybe some normal mouth. Go with some tats. We'll just go with the scar. I think that's good enough. And clothing-wise, I believe these are from like the free DLC. Game's got opinions on them, of course. You know, some a nice darker teal, maybe. Let's go with a... Let's just go with a nice green, I guess. Looks good. We'll go with that. Alright, we're male, 16 years old. That's fine. All that looks good. Anyways, charm is basically how people react to you. So, good to have. You want people to like you. Makes it easier to get stuff off them. Alright, region of birth. Nope, wrong button. Not to get used to not clicking the right click. So, region of birth kind of determines what sect you're near. So, medicines and poisons are these guys as a thing. Ranchan, scholarship and transcendence. These guys are the uber evil. Same with the Fulong. Swordsmiths are craftsmen, I guess, kind of thing. Fist arts and blade arts, polearm arts, shattering momentum and dominating ferocity as uplifting mountains. They drive forward with irresistible might. They're a neutral sect. Their mindset leans towards rebelliousness. I want to look for one that's neutral or good. Is where we're going with. Yeah, I've never really tried these guys, so. Never tried any of them, actually. I've tried one or two, maybe, so. Let's see what their martial arts are. What is purple? I don't remember. Oh, it's wood, okay. So, finger, sword, and exotics, huh? Been reading real quick here. So, it looks like mostly wood. Okay. Yeah, we can go with these guys. We'll see how it works out for us. What are they good at? So, Shandong Qingzhou. I'm going to mispronounce everything, so sorry. I think it's Qingzhou? I'm not sure how the Q pronounces. One of the 9 provinces of ancient China and an important city in the east. It is said that the east belongs to trees and trees are green, hence it's called Qingzhou, Green City. Located here is Ganzhu's caravan headquarters. Ranshan sect specializes in 2 doctrines, itinerant scholarship and transcendence. Itinerant scholarship involves extensive learning, keen insight, and compelling eloquence that leaves no scope for refutation. Transcendence focuses on refining the mind and nurturing the spirit through meditation, alchemy, and breathwork, warding off illness and prolonging life until ascension becomes attainable. Ranshan sect martial arts consist of finger arts, sword arts, and exotic weapons, talisman. Many of these techniques are secret Taoist arts. They grant mastery over wind and thunder, allowing the practitioner to command spirits and ghosts through the methods that few can comprehend. They are a neutral sect. It learns towards moderateness. So, cool. We'll go with that. And then if I remember right, I gotta look at my cheat sheet a bit here. So I think I want to go with like a primary, maybe a carpentry. Yeah, let's go with the forest. Why not? All right, so that's our region of birth over here. We're on the edge by the ocean over here. You didn't notice this is China. Name and mindset. Give her the old random roll a bit. See what we come up with. Surname number 65. Wu Di Long. Sure. Looks good to me. We're going to go for moderate. Moderate is just one of them things where you're going to have better luck throughout the game with dealing with things because you're not going to be having to take... You can't go around and just insult everybody. Because there's going to be plenty of people that will kill you and gladly do so the instant they see you if you're like egocentric or principled. And then your mood will go down because you're answering things in a way that doesn't agree with your mindset. So we're going to go with a wood month, I think, to start with here. Obviously, tiger. I mean, why wouldn't you, right? All right, attributes, this is just all set up randomly. So you can basically do this and set it all up. But for now, we're just going to leave it alone. So you can do this and you can do like your own thing here. But I'm just going to leave it as no custom initial attributes. And we're going to go for our origins and traits here. Let's clear all this out. So these are, wealth traits are kind of useless because they're just a couple items you get. I mean, they're not useless, but they're not as good as stats, in my opinion. So let's see what we want per experience here. Okay, so this is penetrations and defenses would probably be handy. Break rocks, get through deep valleys. Your physical penetration and ki penetration are higher than normal, and you can deal more damage. And I will say it is ki, not chi. From what I understand, that's a regional thing in China, but that's the way I learned it. That's the way I'm saying it. Okay. Nature's nurture. Get you more constitution. Formless Flux gets more root bone. Beast Driving gets you more force, dexterity, precision, and sway, which is basically your hit attributes. Pristine Mind would be your deflect attributes, so. Let's grab the Constitution one for right now. I'm going to get down here to like some of these level 3 ones. Base resilience 25% sounds pretty good. Should we just go full stats on it? Get some willpower. Inexplicable Charm. Well, we've already got Inexplicable Charm, so. I mean, unless we wanted to be the love machine. Nah, I think we'll take a Faithful Friend, though. This one's really good. It gives you an opposite sex companion that is totally loyal to you and is pretty much a great one that will be available for marriage if you want to or whatever. I think I will take that. All right, we'll go with that for now. So that gives us 6 out of 15. So let's go over on this side and see what we can pick up with our fine arts. We want to do... We're probably going to get into carpentry and stuff, so I'm going to take technical proficiency. I do want to do medical arts as well, I believe. I don't need tools. So we'll find those things later, I'm sure. Same with this one, Regents, no. Study efficiency for martial books is increased by 25%. Not bad. Concealed and ranged weapons. If we go back to these guys, which ones were they? Finger, sword, and exotic. Okay. We're going to kind of try and follow our sector, as far as where we're going to go. So this gets us fist, finger, and kicking arts talent plus 20. Max capacity and deviation cap for fist, finger, and kicking. Breakthrough increased by 3 each. That's pretty handy. And then we'll probably grab the blade one too for the sword. So we'll maybe do finger and sword together or something like that. Instruments, arts, and innate ability. Sure, we'll take innate ability. And on this is if you want to pick your own initial arts books. I don't think we're going to go that rate, though. No idea if that's any good. I'm assuming it would be, but I don't know. Music, wiki, literature and painting, Buddhism, Taoism, appreciating culinary arts, exotic and whip arts, and fine arts. Honestly, I wouldn't mind the Study efficiency for those two. And let's grab Blood Guard. Physical defense and key defense. Okay, that looks good enough to me. World, we're just going to go on regular, normal difficulty. Not going to change anything there. And other settings, I think we have the Taiwupedias on full-blown formulas and everything we can look up in there. No limitations. Oh, so you can make it so you can only answer your mindset. No random successor. Population normal should be fine. Average lifespan, sure. And looks good to me. Oh, that's our character. Expand the scroll, please. All right. Now we shall learn about the upside down strike from Kong Seng Sect. This technique emphasizes head down, feet up, reversing top and bottom. It is not a technique of brute strength, but a form aimed to surprise your opponents and strike from where they least expect it. Its departure from the norm will occasionally save you in a pinch, but it is certainly not a powerful martial art by any stretch. You've told me about techniques from every sect, Father, yet all you have in practice is this ordinary Emperor Long Fist. Haha, silly boy, have you not heard the saying that all who practice martial arts should begin with this fist? In that regard, the Emperor Long Fist is a predecessor to all fist techniques. Its simplicity makes it an ideal starting point for beginners. So this question actually matters. If you do the first one, it's like 10 to all martial arts, I think. Second one is fine arts. Or this one's martial. This is fine arts, and then this gets you 5 to everything. And then, I don't remember what the first one gets. But I think we're just going to go with 5 to everything. So we get the Minute Leap and the Emperor Long Fist. Also called the Origin of Fists. The 32-move Emperor Long Fist demonstrate the foundational ideas of unarmed fighting with extremely simple techniques. A simple footwork art that enables its practitioner to move quickly through successive leaps. Although its training methods are extremely easy to put in practice, no one can truly master it without decades of practice, making it a rather unpopular martial art among martial artists. So, cool. Your lips do not speak, but your heart does not assent. Very well, tell me, young one, what kind of martial arts would you consider extraordinary? Let's start with the finger arts. Why not? As much as the Emperor Long Fist is beneficial, anything done in excess will only prove a deterrent. If I only practice one technique, it will also lock me into the philosophies of that particular move. In my opinion, the most powerful martial arts should also be the ones that are most pleasant in their displays. As that saying goes, hands are the door and feet are the root. I am quite curious about the Kong Seng kicking art. I think this one? Yes. Silly boy, martial arts is a dance of life and death. What good is a technique that is only eloquent on the exterior? However, there are martial arts that are both pleasant to the eye and deadly to your enemies, such as Jade Maiden sect of Xinjiang and their powerful Mystic Finger. So we can get Mystic Finger, sure. We got some hardwood strikers. Made up of small wooden platelets linked together, the strikers are like ordinary gloves, but more flexible and less likely to affect the wearer's movements. So they have 77% fizz penetration, 0 Q penetration, hit with force and dexterity and precision, okay. And Foster Father's Martial Arts Lesson, Finger Arts. A thin booklet, its ink still fresh, these notes taken during his Foster Father's lectures record his profound insights into the finger arts. Studying them allows one to deepen their comprehension of finger arts. So, very well, listen closely and I shall impart the secrets of the Mystic Finger to you. The movements of the style are fluid and graceful, shifting seamlessly between presence and nothingness. The elbow guides the arm, and the wrist directs the fingers, weaving a continuous web of kinetic force, supple yet unyielding. Once you grasp the fundamentals, you must study this manual diligently to truly master it. Remember, every martial art in this world can be channeled through two paths, orthodox alignment or heterodox attunement. Or there's supposed to be attunement on orthodox. Anyways, different methods yield distinct fruits. Let your own needs guide your devotion. 6 hours later, after a flawless demonstration from both, the instruction came to an end. Study the Mystic Finger. And we get 2 books of Mystic Finger, orthodox and a heterodox one. So, orthodox is move 2 distance closer to the enemy after casting this at 10% power. And heterodox is you retreat 2 distance from casting it. So, do you want to go forward or back? Your talent is well suited to this martial art. However, even the greatest talent decays at the face of apathy. You must train diligently if you wish to master the secret it hides within. I will practice harder, I promise. I wonder if I can ever master all the martial arts in the world like you, Father. Haha, you silly boy. Mastering all the martial arts in this world is not a feat worth gloating. Without the foundation of one's key arts, technique becomes nothing but a shallow form without substance. Key arts? That's right. The cultivation of your key art is of utmost importance. Your ki is much akin to free-flowing water, whereas your techniques are its vessels. Each vessel is a shape that requires your ki to grant its substance. Once your ki art becomes bottomless trove at your disposal, you will start to find that even the simplest techniques can be turned into an unstoppable force at the command of your hands. During my younger days, I created the Chant of Abundance. It will help bolster your ki and do wonders for your cultivation. Please teach me the Chant of Abundance. Alright, and we're gonna go with... I guess we're going finger. We want to go... agility, maybe? Straight up into the power, right? Well done indeed. That's my child. I shall now teach you the Chant of Abundance. I created the Chant of Abundance in my younger days. It does wonders for your cultivation in one's ki art. When you practice it, your ki must be guided from the Mingmen acupoint on your Du meridian, circulating up and down 7 times before reconverging at the Shanzong acupoint on your Ren meridian. It took 6 hours and some personal guidance from your foster father before you managed to master the technique. Feeling a powerful and overwhelming ki surge forth from Dantian. Chant of Abundance. Taking a different learning approach to inner ki breathing, the Chant of Abundance enables its practitioner to repeatedly temper the ki they inhaled, building up fully and releasing sparingly. Once a martial artist masters this technique, their power will increase instead of falter as the ki is consumed. So, cool. Greatly reduces recoil damage that you take from all martial arts. Recoil damage is when you use martial arts that are contradictory to your ki, element. I knew you were talented. Despite so, the accumulation of ki art is a long and sentimented journey. You have mastered the mind methods of the ki, but if you do not conduct circulation diligently, you will never be able to convene a strong enough ki. I shall remember your teachings, Father. Patience, my child. Once I finish dealing with that matter of great importance and settle the pact of 370 years, I will teach you all the crafts I have learned in this lifetime. It's just that important matter, the century-old pact, though my foster father often mentions it, he never explains it in detail to me. It's too complex, even I don't fully understand. Since it's hard to explain, let's leave it at that. Finish the errands you have at hand, and then you can fetch me some crickets. What do you want me to catch a cricket for? I'm busy with my training. I have no time for games. That stupid Taoist priest has this monster of a cricket called Jade Tail that has defeated me at every turn. Oops, forget what I just said. I'm definitely not sending you on an errand for my personal entertainment. The crickets you're capturing are of vital importance to your training. That's right. Now go fetch them with haste. Father's betting on crickets with strangers outside the valley again. I've been so fixated on training that I didn't even notice it's mid-autumn already. Just listen to all these insects chirping in the valley. No wonder Father itches for a good cricket fight. Oh well, time to find Father an invincible, great general that'll knock the socks off all his competitors. You set out with your bug nets. So you get some bug nets. Microcosmic circulation unlocked. Place a key art in the microcosmic circulation slot and it will automatically circulate each month. To increase key, grant microcosmic true key and transfer the character's elemental key. Continue. And study. Place a book in the study slot and it will automatically be studied each month to cultivate the corresponding fine art or martial art. So let's get that set up. So we're going to go in here to our circulation. We're going to put in Chant of Abundance because that's the only thing we have. So wonderful. And now we're in wood. Not to be confused with wood, fire. Not to be confused with earth, which is green too. So that's going to drive me nuts. But okay. I don't know why they didn't do earth as brown, maybe? I don't know. Amazing cultivation simulator stuff kicking up with me. Anyways, those choices we made, we get 20 true key of annihilation. Or annihilation, I really like to say it. Assistant arts, we don't have anything to put in there, so that's basically done. We get 9 to 15 key every time this goes around, which is basically once a month. Study-wise. All right. And if we look through here, this is telling us all about all the things. Now, if we look at fine arts, our choices gave us quite a few to work with, but we're not going to worry about any of them right now because they're all studied for the most part. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is your completion. Let me see. Yeah, this is your completion, and if you keep studying, you get experience out of them, I think is what it's saying, if I remember it. Let's go ahead and just maybe start with the Chant of Abundance. Probably want to go with our Mystic Finger here. Is this the, which one is this? Okay, we're going to go with the Orthodox, I believe, on that one. So there's our study progress per month here. We'll get the chapter and a half there. But if we go into a reference here, we can either throw in another Mystic Finger for 60%. Or we can come over here and just look and see. You can get 75 here, but it's kind of misleading. This 60, so our study here is 149. This one here brings it to 196. Okay. So we take out that one, though, and we go back over here. Let's say this one here. 209, not bad. Okay. Divination. I believe what the orange means is that it's something that's related to that and it gives you a better bonus on it, but I'm not sure. Toxicology, medical art, carpentry, smithing, astrology. All right, let's go with the astrology book. We got some durability to work with it. It should be fine. So there's where we're going to end up at the end of the month with our studying. I don't think there's anything we can do here. Just our hut and a storehouse, and there's a woodland. Yay! So we're still in tutorial, though, if you didn't realize. The moment Woody left the bamboo hut, a bush in the vicinity began to rustle. It turned out there was a little monkey hiding within it. Approached the little monkey. The monkey's eyes widened and stared at Woody Long as it saw Woody Long approach. Woody Long quickly recognized the little monkey as the one that had frequently come to the bamboo hut and begged for food. He examined the monkey a bit closer. Woody Long notices that the little monkey has shallow wounds and small scars littered across its body. The monkey passed a few glances at Woody Long. Upon remembering the previous aid he had received from you, he begins to swing his hands wildly as if he was trying to convey something. After a painstaking effort, finally understand that the little monkey's trying to say. It turns out different monkey factions have been fighting amongst each other, causing many younger monkeys to be caught in the crossfire. However, the conflict suddenly became one-sided when one of the faction leaders managed to secure a batch of wooden dummies, sweeping away his adversaries in a decisive victory. The monkey flayed his arms wildly before collapsing in pain. The wooden dummies thing too, they're basically like mechanical, I guess you could call them contraptions, where they're a mannequin or whatever, but they can also be infused with the ability to, like, I guess, be sentient a little bit. So they can actually attack things and defend against things and stuff. So that's why the wooden dummies would actually help the monkey defeat his adversaries. Proceed to help the monkey. Once again, checked for wounds, and while looking at ways to treatment, thoughts suddenly popped up. The wooden dummies, like the little monkey mentioned, had been set up by father to ward off wild beasts in the valley. Who could have guessed they'd be stolen by these monkeys and turned into another menace that now terrorizes the valley? The bronze statue of Kauyi, used to stop floods in the valley, is particularly dangerous. Stay away from it. Okay. So we can help the little monkey with his wounds and punish the bad monkeys. Tend to his wounds and invite him to rest. Carefully treat the little monkey's wound and try to convince him to let go and end the chain of hatred. We're going to tell him that. The disappears in the dense leaves. Now the monkeys have a leader, they might begin to terrorize the bamboo hut. I wonder where this monkey king hides himself. We get some wild fruit. A nameless wild fruit that is either purple, red, or yellow, often seen on mountains. Eat it to fill the stomach. Now, your consumption effects, they're actually buffs. Food that have a lot of buffs. So you can get force, dexterity, resistance, dodge, precision, sway, parry, and poise, all plus 25 for one, I believe 1 month is the one. So, by consuming that, our mood improved and we gained wild fruit. So if we look at our character here, oh, and here's our friend. So we have Shangbi, surname 101. Okay, let's can we rename her? I think it's if you go here. No. Each gender, charm, appearance, ideal sex, title, character trait, trait tendency, dispositions, primary attributes, offensive, defensive, hit, deflection, secondary. So we can read all that stuff if we want to. And say more supportive arts could be placed, but we don't have any more. So. If we just go through here and we just click on all these, it'll get rid of them from showing up there. We can come through here and look at some of this stuff as we need to. So it's saying that we should be having more. No, not there. In the other one, in the circulation here, it's saying we should have one here, but we don't have anything to put there, so that's why we're not doing it. Each 13 healthy, young, charm, moderate mindset, depressed apparently, trusting, and obscure. So let's see, can we cheer her up a bit? She will give us support commands of caution, gives us a resistance, parry, dodge, and poise. She can use attack, and she encourages us to make our cast progress go faster. She has unswavering loyalty, peculiar skeleton, excellent root bone since birth, superior to that of their peers, giving clear and bold presence. 5% lifespan, harmony, and root bone increase. They have 5 fortitude, 20 stance recovery, and 20 footing steadiness. And they are elegant and statuesque. With a slender frame, they stand and move with the elegance of a crane, superior to others. Enthusiasm, movement speed, and attack speed. And then they were born in the snake month. So they have wit, enthusiasm, root brain, and comprehension. So that's all that. Their wariness level. So you can see how their wariness is affected by us. So that's what I want to follow. Now if we go in here, we'll just go with Shangbi. Shangbi. There we go. And you can look at what's going on with them and when they were born. This is their details, etc. But we're going to have her be a helpful combatant with us here. So she'll hang out here. And we can talk to him and stuff. The relationship between us, isn't it sincere and real? So they are devoted, obviously, because they just, think we're greatest thing ever. So we can give them insights. We can take insights from them, get secrets from them. We can compliment, criticize, or give them a gift. We'll give her a compliment. We're going to say that you have wonderful traits. Peculiar skeleton, fleet-footed, elegant, statuesque, unswavering loyalty, truly enviable. Woody Long praises Shangbi. Everyone has their own talent. You have been remarkable as well, engaging in pleasant conversation. It gives us a nice little favorability and wearableness. Let's see. So if we go wariness, how guarded they are. Favorability is how much they like you. Oral medication is your food. Health status is over here. Yeah. So this is our health. We are healthy. Good for us. And we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 medications at once. That's dictated by our constitution, I believe. So let's look at our traits here. We didn't really look at them. Always staring at chairs, tables, and various carpentry instruments since birth, they reach towards a wood plane during their first birthday ceremony. All right, so we love wood. Smithing, carpentry, weaving, and jewel crafting talents. Bonus fortitudes and valor. Tiger's month born, we have enthusiasm, fortitude, a little bit less harmony, constitution, and rupum. We are lacking talent. With an impure temperament and lack of talent across the disciplines, they are born at a disadvantage to continue to give up halfway in all affairs. That's rough. -5 to everything, basically. Flustered, a little scatterbrained, insignificant matters often serve to strike concern and fear into their heart, clouding their mind. But we have inherited intelligence. We are born wise. Their sharp intellect means they have an incisive knowledge of just about everything, which gives them more wit, comprehension. That's nice. And meridian harmony. We have strong stability in our meridians, means their inner ki flows freely, and our physical form benefits as a result too. +5 composure and 10% ki defense. So we generally looks like we're more offensive. And I don't know how the spark commands work yet. I'm sure it'll get explained eventually. Our charm is super good, so everybody loves us. We're sectless, male, yep. Obscure, ordinary, nothing real surprising there. Our agility is abysmal. Somehow we got that. But our root bone's really good. Our constitution is pretty good. Good amount of strength. Really good willpower, really good comprehension. So, and we have pretty decent physical and ki penetration. I wanted to go in here. All right, we've got our hardwood strikers. They go from 2 to 5, near to far. Jab, grab, jab, punch, jab, grab. This is basically our rotation, I guess you could say. The physical penetration, they have 0 ki penetration. And then if we look at, where is it? Not there. Not there. Not there. Here. We have 2. Okay. So we can put a couple points here. We get like a bonus +20, I think, because of our true ki. So that's that. Okay, so what are we looking at? We probably want to work with is Probably just straight force if we could for now, but we'll have to wait for it to circulate, I guess. So, yeah, there's all that. Yep, and then we have like 30 more tutorials that popped up here. So, XP, relics. Oh, can we actually equip any? I didn't think we could. No weapons, no relics. I don't think we have anything. Yeah, okay. All right, off to get some crickets. Let's go wander around and see if we can find some crickets here. They're over this way. We're going to go check out some of this stuff, though. Get a little finished book study once. So we got a... Looks like we had an epiphany. Epiphanies, you get all these little things you can add to the chapters you're currently studying. So... So we can go down here and say we want to go to this one. We can kind of look through and it shows what they'll add to it. So we got a lot of walk and wander, which is just just a little efficiency, it looks like. Study strategy on this chapter costs 10%, but the chapter does not grant XP. Skim the chapter and reduce the study efficiency. Remove all the study strategies you've used. Greatly increase the study project at the cost of extra durability. Increase the study progress, and I think we'll just go with increased study progress on it. Maybe, yeah. So we could do efficiency or just progress. We have 82 comprehension, so we can probably do quite a bit on here. Let's do maybe some comprehension or some efficiency down here. All the way down the line, I'm thinking. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Gets us up some more efficiency. And it's only going to lose 1 durability, so we're not totally jacking our book durability up. And then how you consume and recover them, it's basically you rest for the month and you get them back, as far as I remember. All right. So the great monkey, if I remember, is over here. Yeah. Okay. Let's go wander over this way and see about getting us a cricket or two. Might as well grab some free XP. Try and take the little bit easier terrain here. A little bit of muscle bamboo. Keeping the ground as low as possible, Woody followed the sound of the chirping insect. The cricket's chirps were coming from the right in front, but out of 3 spots, only one hides the critter. Tap the capture crickets button in the tile and use the bug net to capture the crickets. The cricket's chirp seems to drift now near, now far. I wonder if it's really here. So you can try, and then they'll get... Yeah, curses, I chose the wrong spot, but I think I scared it, made it give away its location. I could just about make it where it escaped to. Should you select the wrong tile, the cricket will escape to another location not far from the original. So we can zoom out and see that he's over here. You can see the little tweeting things going on over there. Sure, we'll take that, and sure, we'll take the XP too. Why not? I think it's this guy. Metal rig. Yep, missed him again. It's down that way. The wild fruit. Almost out on our month here, so hopefully we can get this without running the thing. Alright. This here, you just sit here for a second. And you'll see like that. That one's a bit nutso. I don't think we got him. Maybe we did. Hey, we did. We got a square ring gray T8 Vice Commandant Cricket. With a pair of thick, wide square wings, this empty-bellied bug is unable to defeat even the weakest cricket. Well, you know, he's better than nothing, okay? He tried. Gotcha, you little cricker. You sure gave me a run for my money. I wonder how you'll fare in my father's critiques. I should probably catch a few more and let father decide. So now they're all over. We're going to go ahead and pass the month. It's the month of the pig now. People Wanku. What is this? Past 8 years of Misty Waves, Steering Wind, Never Drifting. This is the DLC thing, I guess. No, okay. Just some clothing. Cool. This is good. What gift? Bug repellent attire. Guidance attire. This is good. We can get cosmetics. Bright future attire. This is good. Okay. World event, unexpected tribulation, and it's the month of the pig. Yeah, lots of things going on here in inventory. Is it here you do it? Oh, that's just your various things. Bracers, footwear, relics. No, no, no. No, no, no. Where do you do the clothing at? I don't remember. Under mounts. Ah, here we go. We have hunter's robes right now. Go bug repellent attire. Bright future attire. Guidance attire. For 8 years of shared journey with the little dudes. We're just going to go with our hunter's robes. I'm okay with that. Nothing but kids' clothes for her. Okay. See if we can find a cricket. Did we get one? No. If you see that, they just run away. Means you failed. That's what that says. I don't know if that's what it actually says, but that's what it means. It failed. We can go drive away the Great Monkey. How's our study come along? We should be able to go on our loadout here and put it on here. Okay, we already have it on there. No protection, no acumen arts. Minute leap, mystic finger. Yeah, needs jab and grab to use, so we're okay with using that for our weapon. What does the long fist need? It needs punch times 2, so we don't even. I don't think we do punch with our current weapons. So, You gonna mess with the monkey? Sure, we're over here. Why not? Walking on the road, but suddenly a woman Demi peeked behind a rock and threw a rock at you. You can dodge it if you had the agility, clear away the rocks with our strength, catch the rocks with our fist. We'll go ahead and do it with our willpower. With perfect timing and precise wave of the hand, Woody flicked aside the incoming rocks. Upon witnessing the feat, two monkeys began shrieking angrily. The duo each picked up a wooden dummy and jumped in front of Woody, extending a challenge. You demented monkey, what the hell do you think you're doing? Stepped forward and let a loud cry, causing the monkeys to disperse in fear behind the wooden dummies. He began using them to throw rocks. Try and chase away the monkeys. So yep, here's our key versus their key. Your best and leave the rest to fate. If you like, you could come in here and look at the enemy. See what kind of tactics you'd like to use and things like that. Okay, these are like extra weapons, I guess. If you don't have one equipped, I guess would be that. Let's go and look at maybe our commands. Can we do this? So her support commands here. Okay. So they're already all set, it looks like. Courage is at, okay. We have them aggro. They can do a martial art, or if they have this, then they can take the main combatant's thing. Okay. Guard is distract, cover. Eliminates openings. Defend. And this temporarily prevents enemies from using support commands. We'll do defend, aggro, and encourage. We have for tactic. I think I'd rather heal injuries, honestly. And instead of this, let's do... What was aggro again? Temporary boost our abilities. Let's go with encourage, just because that makes it go pretty fast as far as when we start to charge up our art. Alright, give it a go. So as far as what I've got going for... Oh, thank you for all this stuff that I didn't want it right now. Lots of stuff about battle. Strange, I've never seen one dummies like that before. It's like it's been through years of neglect. My mechanism on its legs have all but withered their way to decay. Perhaps as an inferior batch father threw out before I arrived in the valley. I explained why I'd never seen before. One dummy can dish out attacks, so its movements are limited. All I need to do is stay away from its attack range, and it'll be a walk in the park. So we're going to pause it for a minute here, just so we can take a quick look here what we got. This is to heal and stuff like that. Now, but do auto battle if we'd like. Slow down, faster. Mystic figure. Sucks to be him. He can't get any closer. Get boned. Okay. Get some XP, prestige. We outnumbered them. And we had an advantage, which is where the negatives are coming from. So. More stuff. All red. Go away. Well, I'm sure we'll have something that we're asking about that was absolutely in those tutorials that I ignored, so. Woody knocked the woman dummy to the ground. The H-dummy shattered itself from the years of neglect it had endured. That was too close. The shrieking monkey took out a whistle made of bone, and upon seeing the fall of the large tree that had enabled their debauchery, the other monkeys in the valley started acting alert as they brought out wooden dummies that father had previously abandoned. After a small commotion, the monkeys dispersed and soon disappeared out of sight. These monkeys are a nuisance, more so than how they're aided by the woman dummies. Things might turn out ugly. Okay. Willpower has decreased. Uh-oh. No injuries at all, so we're good there. Willpower decreased because we use it for that event. So. I wanted to see. Okay, so we got some medicines, some internal injury. We've got a little bit of poison. Some heart powder. Okay, so it gives you health when a new month begins. Queen Bidoo gives you inner breath chaos minus 280. I don't know how that happens or what causes it, but that's fine. All right. All right, we did get a little bit, so we can add to our key here a bit. We're absolutely just going to mog it with a bunch of attack. Just go with it for now, right? How is our study doing? So we completed the whole thing? Yes. Or have we? No, we've got this. This is next month. Okay. Never mind. Not done yet. Great Monkey. Encounter description. Great Monkey assumed control of values and others flock to its side. They never cease clamor and often cause trouble around the bamboo hut. Deal with the Great Monkey and claim this territory. Smooth and easy difficulty. We can get a Great Monkey vehicle, a large amount of fruits, and a monkey brew. And it requires, what is that, food? I guess. Okay. Anyways, let's go. The limbs of wooden dummies torn into pieces were scattered on the ground as the monkeys had their fun. There were 2 rows of bamboo poles at both sides demarcating a trail. This was evidently not built by any human beings, yet it led straight to the thick woods in the distance. The lair of monkeys must be at its end. Walk down the trail. Walking the trail, right? There's some fruit trees. So we can gather some fruit. Takes 1 like strength, right? I gotta get the icons in my head. They did not go near. We got 85 pustas and some wild fruits. Nice. Okay, so they're chasing people. This one's watching. Let me get some more fruit. This is good. What's this here? Broken wooden dummy. I don't remember if you can pass the month in here. I'm pretty sure you can. Let's go say hi to the monkey. Oh, I guess we can't go there. Okay, broken wooden dummy. Pass through the area, sudden broken wooden clumsy mailing destruction. Realize dummies materials have not fully decayed. All right, well, let's dismantle it. We get some moso bamboo and a piece of bamboo dart. Key regent. And a bamboo dart is a rattan concealed weapon. All right. Wooga. I'll give you the wooga. Ambushed by the valley monkeys. Deal with the ambush. Gonna give him the mystic finger. Smack down on the monkey. A little bit of XP and prestige. Doesn't look like we got a whole lot else from that, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and dismantle another dummy, and we'll deal with this guy. It just makes us move a little faster. Hey, some wild fruits. Nice. I will take those. Glad to hear it. Assemble the broken. We get a piece of Chinese elm. Some bamboo strikers. Grab, 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 jab, punch, jab. Look to be worse than we already have. Cool. I would like to see here. It looks like it's agility we're consuming to pick up the crap. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it's just energy. Okay. Never mind. We get a pear. Cool. And some more foodstuffs. Get some more fruits. A little golden orange. Here, sweet. We're just gonna body all the monkeys in here because why wouldn't you, right? Barbarous Brawl. Okay, so you get 150% for that. That's nice. But we outnumbered them and we had a true key advantage, so. All right, we're gonna give it a rest on the month there. Month of rat. World events we're not worried about right now. I've been out here a while. I better head back. Not until the monkey menace has been dealt with. Woody has been leisurely walking in the mountain for forest for some time when suddenly a path opens up before him, a secluded path leading deep into the forest. From afar, you can see a robust ape perched atop a huge rock staring intently at Woody. Presumably, this ape is the great monkey of this place. If he steps onto the path, he may be attacked by a troop of monkeys. He will also face the great monkey directly. So that's how it is. Okay. And we're going to just grab all this because we can. This is good. Get some pears. We're going to dismantle dummy. Grab a staff and some elm. Nice. And go over here. And we're going to get some more fruits. And yep, a golden orange. And we're going to bop over here and get this fruit too. Beautiful. Thank you. And let's go ahead and zip on here. We're going to absolutely beat these monkeys up. Oh, those are their techniques. Okay. I probably should change what we're studying now, too. Get bodied, little monkey. Glad to hear it. Defeated the monkey. I'm going to go in here. Because this is all done now. So Mystic Finger's done. Let's find something else to study. Let's go with our Chant of Abundance, I guess, huh? And for reference, we can use... We'll try and kind of switch them in and out so we get a little bit more... we aren't absolutely destroying the durability on them. Okay. And we can break through our Mystic Finger. Our crap. Okay, we get attack range. Inhale cost and stance cost is negative 20%. Plus 20% to all that stuff. And 30 power cap and 10% usage requirements. Okay. And then this is... this is like how you use it, basically. So are you going for internal or external? I think we're going to go with external for now. Okay. Let's go and give it a breakthrough. So, we start at any one of these corners. I want to get to here. And this lets us put more stuff in it to make it better. And then we just kind of, we want to pick up numbers along the way. These purple nodes affect other nodes in various ways. The normal nodes are just whatever numbers in them. The percentage chance is just how much chance we have to activate that node. You get one chance to activate it. So like this one, if we hit it, we get +1 to all adjacent nodes. So that's a good one. Yeah, I think we'll just go up here. Take the altruism, absolutely. Conformity is, so each one that you connect near it, it gets, higher. So, if you go like there, and then there, you'll notice the percent's going up. And then this is how many jumps we basically have. And take the immersion. We're going to go like this. We're gonna try and go back up this way. Hopefully get this. Keep your fingers crossed. We got axed out of it. Okay, we'll go down this way. So the more your capacity equals half the max capacity. Okay. Oh, that's it. Yeah, okay, never mind. Diligence. So decreases these by 50%, but increases them around it by a higher amount. Let's try for that one. Oh, we got lucky. Nice. And you still got 10 to go, so we're going to grab the altruism if we can. Nope. Might have to back this up. We might have went too far. Yeah. Alright. We're gonna clear our progress for this one. We'll give it another try here. You can try once again every month, basically, and then you have to wait and rest to get it again. Well, that's new. What are those? You're guaranteed at that one? Ingenuities let you teleport, so that ain't very helpful. Yes, and sacrifice you can't connect to, but you can go around it, and there's higher. So when you connect to it, these ones will go up around it. And it affects all the sacrifices, I believe, so if I remember right. Mishap. No, health decreases whether it succeeds or fails, so that's no fun. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's try that. I get the mechanism here. So this is how much experience you're putting into it, I believe. Yeah. I mean, why not? We'll go big dog on it. Sure. We ever gonna get it? Let's go up and around is probably a bit better. Normal. That. We'll take the 2 clarity. That if we can get it. And then finish it out with a comprehending power cap of 38. Perfect. And then you can see here our breakthrough, basically. There's our goal. This just tells us this is just our tributes here. So, sweet. Yep. I think that's done, right? No. Yeah, our agility is just awful. Oh, okay, once it's solved, it's complete. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yep, should be good. As the commotion sounded nearer, Woody arrived at a cave decorated with a variety of flowers on its entrance. A great monkey wearing a garland glared at Woody with one hand pointing to the sky and the other at the ground. As it roared, dozens of monkeys rushed towards Woody in a stampede, encircling him at the center. Shoot, the monkey prepared an ambush! The monkey's stones gripped tight in their fists, closed up ring upon ring, leaving Woody along no way forward or back. The great monkey leapt down from the great stone, bars his sharp teeth in a shrill cry, and with claws spread wide, dove a powerful gust before him as he lunged straight at Woody Long. Take on the fight. And the great monkey's gonna get greatly beaten, honestly, is what's gonna happen here. That's just my estimation of it. Yeah, we're just gonna keep her in nice and close. anger is mystic. Should be the last one. Nut crusted chicken. All right. The great monkey is beaten to the ground. I thought you understood humility. Don't you know I pulled my punches? Battle was settled. The monkey was outmatched and couldn't run away because it had been severely injured, but it wouldn't admit defeat just yet. Instead, it curved its tail and started making faces towards Woody Long. I thought you understand humility. Don't you know I pulled my punches? After hearing Woody Long's words, the great monkey apparently perceived the kindness in the tone, turned around, closed his wide open mouth that had revealed sharp fangs, and sat on a huge boulder with legs crossed. You understand me? What a smart monkey. The great monkey scratched his head and then nodded, then wobbled as it stood up, stroking its beard in a feigned manner. Next, it looked up the sky, shaking its head and sighing. Woody Long was initially taken aback, not understanding what it meant. But then the image of the foster father, who often gazed at the starry sky late at night, shaking his head and sighing, flashed into his mind. So you know my foster father. You must have picked up some human language from him. The great monkey scratched its head and then nodded. It then walked back to the boulder with a stagger, staring at Woody Long, its eyes brimming with tears. Never mind. Since father also has taught you, I won't be harsh. Just go. Woody Long turned around to leave after speaking, but the great monkey rushed to Woody Long, regardless of his injuries, and kneeled down. Seeing the confused look on Woody Long's face, the great monkey did a few moves that Woody Long had used in the fight just now. Only then did Woody Long understand that the monkey wanted to be taken as an apprentice. Haha, good boy, come along with me. The monkey been taught by foster father was probably a schoolmate in a sense. Woody Long invited the great monkey to come along, and as soon understood and couldn't help dancing despite the great pain. It raised him high up and started running around in circles, overwhelmed with joy. We got a monkey. All right. Smart arboreal monkeys with long, thin hair, 1 chi-long tails, and human-like fingers. They're naturally agile climbers. So he's a vehicle. He gets more loot drop, prisoner capture, bigger inventory, more exploration rewards, more prisoner slots, and it takes us less to travel. So, and then when the domesticity degree equals 100, the controlling monkey will grant the effect monkey mastery. So I don't know what that is, but we're going to go ahead and take a look. All right. So he wants us to go check out the cavern. We'll get there. Monkey. Oh, okay, so you can either have him as a vehicle or a mount. Okay, so if you do him as a mount, then you get all those things there. If you do him as a beast, then he increases your martial arts drops. But yeah, I like this this idea here where we're just being carried around by a monkey. We'll go with that. I don't think we have any armor we found yet. Nope. Okay. Let's search the cave. After a colorful search, a fine wine monkey brew was found, together with a wondrous peach. The clear fragrance of wine mingled with the scent of fruit, sweet, intoxicating in the air. So the great monkey had led Woody Long into the cave to present these treasures as a gift. So that's how it is. We got a monkey brew. That's a T1 liquor. Very good. Especially for gifts, I want to say, as well. So, yeah. Very good. I think that's everything we can do here, so let's go ahead and exit. We're going to complete the encounter. So we have dealt with the great monkey. Now we need to go back to the bamboo hut. If I remember right, what you can do is you can increase your circulation by just clicking this guy a bit. So we are here. Our circulation is freaking terrible, it looks like. So just FYI. We do have a lot of willpower though, so we may end up doing that a lot, I want to say. Yeah, our willpower is 789. And how much do we gain? All right, so we get 7 every month. Okay. If we do it again, we use 3, so let's go and do like 2, maybe. That gets us 150 efficiency. We get 3 out of 10 progress, so yay. All right, let's go for a little walk here. What is this? Bronze statue of Koes. Should we give him a try? Let's engage in battle. No. Nope, we're gonna escape. Okay, that's the things it was talking about that we shouldn't mess with. Okay. We'll wait for next month. So, Shangbi proposed to be our sworn sibling. Sure. I'm pretty sure if you're sworn siblings, you can still, like, eventually get married or whatever with them. Overwhelmed with joy. It's the month of the ox. Okay. Taiwu's lifetime experience will convert into legacy points. When confirming Taiwu inheritance, you may use the previous Taiwu's legacy points to select legacy bonuses for the succeeding Taiwu. During the adventure, forming bonds with others and cultivating fine arts, martial arts, and aspirations can all grant legacy points. Okay. So that's when you die and you pass the hilt on to the next person or whatever. So, all right. Looks like the Chant of Abundance will be finished next month, so that's good. Our circulation is absolutely terrible still, so we know that that's, you know, a thing. And I think it's just because we don't have anything here. Can we put something else here? No. Okay, just a Chant of Abundance for now. Okay. Sag. Okay. And we are back to the bamboo hut. And then I'm going to take a quick break here. I'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. I get up and grab a drink and stretch for a minute. So give me about 5 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, I am back. Well, almost back. I forgot my coffee downstairs. Be right back. Okay, now I'm actually back. So we have a 22 energy left, so we're good on that. Okay, this will be finished next month, it looks like. Okay, it's just saying that there's characters around settlements, they'll stay near them. Tranquility envelops the area around the bamboo hut, and the leaf-covered path reveals no one has come and gone in ages. Major event name, return to the bamboo hut. Required energy, 1. Near the bamboo hut. The leaf-covered path revealed that no one had come and gone in ages. Woody Long approached the hut with an ominous feeling in his mind. Why is it dilapidated? Foster father always kept it in perfect condition. Did something happen? This makes me laugh. The bamboo hut wasn't a large one, only a small hall and 2 rooms stretching for a fusang. Woody searched the entire hut high and low, and Foster father was nowhere to be found. He went back into Foster father's room, only to find a dusted bed. The room had been left vacant for a long time. On the bed was a small black casket which contained a letter and a weathered hilt. Read the letter. The letter read, I found some clues to the thing that has troubled me for years. I can't shake it off my mind. I was going to explain it all to you when you were back, but time is pressing and I must set off at once. Once you have read this letter, pack up and find me in Taiwu village. I've drawn a map for you below. Don't forget to take the Fuyu hilt. It's important. I will be a token of which I can identify you. And remember to tell people that your surname is Taiwu once you leave the valley. Below is a map showing the way out of the valley, so it seems that father has left for the thing. As he wrote in the letter, Foster father left for the thing, and he was an excellent martial artist. Certainly no one would dare to pick on him, but he was an aged man after all, and if any misfortunes were to happen, I should find him as soon as possible. Why would he want me to say that my surname is Taiwu? Foster father has never mentioned his name. Since he told me to call myself Taiwu and find him in Taiwu village, I can assume that was his surname. And the Taiwu village must be where he came from. I've learned that 100 family surnames by heart, but I've never heard of that one. Handled the hilt of the Fuyu sword with utmost care. What's so unique about it? Reach out to the hilt. The Fuyu hilt. With that cool animation. A sword hilt made of an unknown material with the word Fuyu inscribed in an archaic style. It bears no sign of ever being broken, yet its blade is nowhere to be found.
Taiwu reached into the case and drew out the hilt of Fuyu, when suddenly a thunderous roar erupted in their mind. In the next instant, Taiwu felt themselves plunged into nothingness. They could no longer speak, hear, or see. Then, a flood of 1,000 lives surged through them. A scholar trudging to the capital in tattered robes. A butcher, elbow deep in blood and offal. A newborn, wailing in silken luxury. But in the blink of an eye, all had changed. Familiar faces had turned to skulls, and vast oceans had become mulberry fields.
Taiwu took the Fuyu hilt out of the casket and heard a deafening thrum. And he almost fell into a trance and couldn't speak, hear, or see anything. I can't move a muscle. Taiwu froze in place. He lived memories of thousands of different people all in 1 second. He was a scholar going once for the national exam at the capital, having failed their last few attempts. He was a butcher, wielding a giant knife towards a sheep. In swaddling clothes made of silk and brocade, his first cries were heard. But soon everything changed in the blink of an eye. Faces were now skulls and oceans had turned to farming lands. I can't move a muscle. An indefinite amount of time had passed. Taiwu heard themselves breathing hard and finally woke up. He looked around and found nothing out of the ordinary. In his hand, the Fuyu hilt was still rustic and weathered, exactly as it had been before. So, do we care about, is it poisoned? Was I possessed? Those things felt almost real. Were they really my memories? Or do we just, stoic silence? Hesitated a moment, put the Fuyu hilt back in the casket, lost deep in thought. I must keep the hilt well and ask Father about it. I should leave the valley now. Event completed. Taiwu left the bamboo hut and began to carefully study the map of the deep valley that Father drew. According to Father's map, the exit to the deep valley should be at the edge of its boundaries. Alright, so there's our exit over here by the monkey. And pretty much that's where we're going, I guess, huh? Oh, okay. So you don't want to go over the hidden risks. Good to know. Try and stay away from those Nuwa things. The iron golems or whatever they were. A little experience. We'll take that. 183 XP. Nice. And out of the valley we go. 1.101. Let's go ahead and just rest for the rest of this here. We'll burn that last energy, getting a little more willpower. Or a little bit more circulation. Oh, we got an epiphany and the month of the tiger. Awesome. So, right as we finished it, we got an epiphany. That's always helpful. Take that off now. What do we want to study now? Well, we can break through Chant of Abundance, so we should probably do that. And then these are all learned, so we've got to worry about any of them. Let's get our minute leap studied. Looks like the Register of Ancient and Recent Swords is going to be the best we got going for right now. Okay. We got a bit of key to allocate here. These are different toxins, okay, that we can resist. Gotcha. Let's get a bit of acumen. little protection, maybe a little bit of nimbleness. And then we'll pump up some more annihilation. Because we can. Very complicated diagram about the relationship of the keys there. This is just rough. Nope. We're just gonna be a kind of unagile dude, I guess, huh? Exit the Deep Valley. Following the Deep Valley map drawn by his foster father, Moody Taiwu carefully traces the path through the valley. Leaving the valley. After a long walk, finally nearing the exit foster father had marked, but to their dismay, there was now a gushing deluge, fused with a torrent of mud blocking the path ahead. Although flash floods were a dime a dozen here in the Deep Valley, such an earth-shattering avalanche of mud and water was exceptionally rare. What to do now? A flood like this could take weeks to seed. As he stood in distress, two figures suddenly started across the torrent, like a swallow gliding gracefully across the still pond. The duo leapt out, finally enabling him to get a glance at their faces. He was staring at two monks, one significantly older than the other. The old monk stood still and let out a Buddhist chant as he slightly bowed to Woody Taiwu with the clasped hands. He returned his bow. Not looking straight into his eyes, the old monk asked him gently, "Excuse me, is this the Yanjian Valley?" Yanjian Valley? I've spent my entire life in this valley so far, yet I was not made aware of its name. It is not named so only because it hasn't been named so. Astute wisdom from such simple words. My Dharma name is Shishifu. I would be greatly indebted to you if you could point me the way towards the valley. I shall sing prayers for your name in the days and nights to come, praying for your auspicious good fortune and a good health. Your words are too kind. We can seldom get any visitors here in the valley. What brings you to these parts? I came here in search of a valley of an herb growing in the Yanshan Valley in order to save this young one here. Shishifu spoke as he pointed to the young monk accompanying him. There was a sad expression on his face. And we can glance at the young monk, or we can find any precious, tell them they won't find any precious herbs, but we're just going to show them the way to the valley. Amitabha. I don't know. Shishifu joined his hands together and bowed towards Woody Taiwu in gratitude. He then proceeded to detail each path and trail to him. Since foster fathers already long gone and the valley is devoid of any valuables, it mattered little what Shishifu's intentions were. You even gave him a brief tutorial on the wooden dummy stationed inside the valley. What was intended as a brief conversation turned into a lengthy and prolonged talk, during which Shishifu continued to nod as he memorized each detail. And that should be everything. Just follow these roads and you'll have the entire valley scoured within a few days. Shishifu thanked Woody Taiwu and then told the young monk to bow down to Woody Taiwu to express their gratitude. He couldn't help feeling that such a gesture was far too excessive for such a small favor. Egocentric? Okay. Unknown pure essence. He didn't explain slowly. If all it took was 3 days to find the valley, then perhaps there's still hope for this young one's life. What's going on with that? He disproved his words, thought the old monk was unlikely to find anything worthwhile in this mundane valley. Smiled bitterly. Shishifu pretended not to notice and slowly bowed to Woody Taiwu. We're going our separate ways today. I'm afraid you will be facing many dangers ahead. I happen to know a simple and convenient martial art. I'd like to impart it to you as a thank you gift. What kind of martial arts and what makes it special? Called Yin Yang Iron Skin, a unique art that can help you to head off in danger. Its working principle is to control the yin and yang ki in your body to rise and fall repeatedly until a ki current is formed to guard you. However, yin and yang mutually reinforce and neutralize each other, which makes them extremely hard to be controlled. So the skill is magically useful, but not for long. You are not advised to strain yourself to the limit. Then Shishifu pulled a book from his chest and held it out to Woody Taiwu. I see. We get Yin Yang Iron Skin. Yang fire moves. Yin water rests. As the two forces rise and fall in turn, human ki and blood never cease. The yin yang iron skin is a peerless martial art in the martial world, requiring 10 years of tempering in sweltering heat and bitter cold before reaching minor achievement. Once mastered, the practitioner may, for a time, withstand blades, spears, stabs, and swords without fear. Yet yin and yang are forces that are both generate and opposite one of each other. The most difficult of all to balance and sustain. Thus, though this art yields wondrous effects, its strength cannot endure for long. So, direct damage taken is greatly reduced up to a maximum of 80%. However, after each instance, direct damage effect increases in proportion to the damage received down to a minimum of 0 and lasts till the end of the battle. So, got a defensive art. For long before they parted, Shishifu carried Woody Taiwu across the tor with a leap and officially bid farewell. Leaping the valley. Fresh out. Is that an achievement? Afterwards, Woody Taiwu followed Foster Potter's map and found the way out of the deep valley. The roads were paved in the form of Fuxi's 64 trigrams. Not only were they well hidden, they also morphed and transformed in an erratic pattern. Without proper knowledge, it would have been hopeless to break through the labyrinth and unwinding paths. Woody Taiwu couldn't help but feel a chill on his back. How did Shishifu manage to get past this nigh impossible maze? Pondering upon this, they unknowingly arrived at the exit of the deep valley. Leave the valley. Tutorial 1 complete. It had been hard enough for Woody Taiwu to leave the deep valley, yet before him are more mountains as if he had entered another valley. When Woody Taiwu checks the map drawn by Foster Father again, he sees that beyond the exit of the deep valley, a large river is marked. It seems that only by crossing that river could he find Taiwu village. Father has drawn a thick line along this river. He seemed to want me to follow the river downstream. Okay. Like, we're going over here. And what do we got here? Now, can we do a... No. No support art yet. Yep, and only Chant of Abundance. Okay. Okay. And if we look at our key, we don't have anything to allocate there. Study-wise, we're still working on this book, so that's fine, I guess, for now. All right, let's wander around a bit. Beast. A ferocious beast. A bison. Should we go play with it and see what happens? $10 so we die. Bison made its home within this place. Bison are thick and shaggy. Directly attack them. Formidable challenge. Sure, why not? Let's see what happens. Oh, they're way higher than this. Uh-oh. Okay, so we have to get the 10 away from him. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we want to mess with the bison. He's a big boy. He gonna knock us up silly if we stay here. Okay, best to run for now. Nice. And we apparently got 22 prestige and 260 XP for doing that, so hooray. Oh, we got celebrated reputation. Okay. All right. Frost grip powder. More poisons. XP. No wooden reagent, I guess. I don't know how you want to say it. Jade reagent. Yeah, we'll go to the next month. That's fine. So when you roll over the months, you don't lose energy if you have a couple left over. Month of Rabbit. Study-wise, we'll be done with it next turn, it looks like. We have 14 key to spend. What are we lacking in the most here? Probably resistance, it looks like, a dodge. Yeah, we'll go with that. And our true key cap is 40 for at this point, I believe is what it's saying. So we can break through our chant of abundance. So let's give that a try and see. Oh, okay. So if you go here, it consumes more stance. If you go this way, it consumes more... or this way goes more stance. This way it consumes more... breath. Cool. We'll keep it in the middle for now. Anyways, let's break it through. Well, there's a lot of things going on here. I think we move down towards a sacrifice, maybe. I'll make sure we get these. How much XP do we have right now? 11,000. Let's go ahead and do maybe 1,000 on each one. Sounds good. I'm just gonna grab these right now just so they're done out of the way. Wow, rude. Oh. Oh. Man, it really didn't like me there. We got like 11 left, huh? Let's keep going this way, I guess. Oh, rude. I don't think we can get back through it now, though. Yeah. We have to back out. Can't get to the middle anymore. Okay. Back it out. Clear it. Try it again. Getting lucky there. No, continue. Anyway, I need the right button. I'm so used to games using the right button to scroll or to move things around. It messes with me a bit. Not exactly what I wanted, but okay. Well, hopefully we won't fail it. Oh, we failed it. Only hope would be if there was an ingenuity down here. I don't think we have one, though. Yep. Okay. We'll give her a try again next month. That's fine. How was our little friend doing here? Let's see if we can maybe make her mood a little better. You'd like some medical arts insight, wouldn't you? I don't think any of that's going to help her mood, though. Okay. Anyways. We'll figure that out another day. That carp. What a river beneath the mountains. Startled, Woody Taiwu cries out as a massive dark river cutting through the base of the mountain. He had thought of his way forward just a stream, but this is a wild and dangerous torrent. What now? Without a sturdy boat, there's no way through. Just as he finds himself at his loss, his foot strikes something hard. The object suddenly shifts and he slips and falls to the ground. Strange, I didn't sense anyone nearby. Human, please don't be angry. I sense you were here. Voice from the grass sounds clumsy and unnatural, not like a living person. Approach and inquire. Parts the grass to look and finds a strange wounded dummy lying by the riverbank. Its body is damaged, limbs twitching awkwardly. It almost seems to possess awareness, flailing and muttering apologies. I fell here and I can't move. You fell too, but you can still move, so maybe you're a better wooden dummy? What are you that you can speak like a human? Me? I'm a wooden dummy. I learned from humans. I learned how to speak. I also want to leave, but I can't cross the river, and I tripped and broke. My body is damaged now, but it's okay. I have many books. As long as I keep reading, keep studying, one day I'll learn how to cross the river. Father once built wooden dummies could mimic speech, but I've never seen one hold a conversation before. Holding a book, sitting me slinging old filthy books like scattered all around. It's curious and eerie sight. You not only learn to speak, but you've learned to read? Humans read. I learn from humans. These books are many. Maybe you can pick some too. I give them to you. With books, maybe you won't be angry anymore. Come look, see if there's any you like. 4 fine arts books, huh? I don't think we have any for these. We'll go with that. So, human likes these? Good, good. These books they're all yours. But you're willing to give me these books? Have you already read them all? Yes, I've been here a long time, unable to cross the river, delayed, so I finished reading main books already. Human, would you like to discuss and exchange ideas with me? Seems eager to debate. Oh, okay, well, let's give him a debate. Okay, so we take turns banning topics. Okay. Get rid of Taoism, I guess. And so we're going to be doing it on smithing, it looks like. 4 sets of strategies, huh? Randomly draw 1 strategy. Attached to 1 contention. Causes arguments to not be damaged. Recover available arguments. Let's go with the smithing carpentry. Sure. And weaving. Cool. Sure. I guess, why not? Yeah, we'll just... That's fine. Okay, let's do it. I believe this is like your arguments you have. We get 30% at the start of each round. Okay, and then strategies are like extra things we can do. So, and what's this? Let's go with like a 4 there. I think that's all we can do is just place the 2 for now. Let's see. Sure, we'll put that on there. I'll give you Floral Splendor, right? Okay. End action. Rah, 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 rah. I think that's all we can do for this turn. Okay. Give him a recovery. Basically, you just want to get your guys here till it basically gets rid of all these things, so. We'll just keep going with a 5 for now. It's a good number. Probably could place more because I'm recovering more than that if I think about it, but that's okay. So 30% of available arguments. So we can do like 30. Something like that. Per round, basically. Okay, that should be it. Yep, and he bowed out. Nice. Wounded dummy stands frozen. Continue to speak. Thank you, human, for talking to me. Human is good, river is bad. I will continue learning to be human. The matter of crossing the river. The wooden dummy seems to hear Woody Taiwu mention crossing river and stammers again. Human also wants to cross the river? Actually, not far. There should be a village not far from here. If human finds that village, finds a way, maybe human can bring me along across the river. Mutter, wood floats on water. If you want to cross the river, you shouldn't have to worry. Yes, I'm made of wood. What you said, very true. Respect of human. I didn't even think of that. Hearing Woody Taiwu sword, the wooden dummy seems to awaken from a dream. Immediately gathers up all its old books scattered on the ground, and despite his damaged body, turns and leaps straight into the river. In no time at all, it disappears beneath the churning waves, lost from sight. So sudden, there was no stopping him. All that remains is a surging dark river. Woody Taiwu sighs and then looks back. Sure enough, smoke rises from a small hillside in the distance. It must be the village the wooden dummy mentioned. Pervez is best to follow the wooden dummy's words and head to the village in search of a way to cross. Debates are how people compare the levels of fine arts. During interaction, you may challenge them to a debate. It's like, here's the village. No, none yet. Okay. Take a rest for the month. And we're the month of long. So these are like the different secrets, I guess? I don't know. And how long they'll last and everything. How's studying going? Looks like you are done. Let's get the old yin-yang iron skin on there for now then, I guess, huh? Oh, these are strategies that are attached to them. Got it. Okay. And key, we can do one in annihilation and maybe one more in protection. Haven't unlocked aspiration yet, so nothing I really want to do there. She's still depressed. Yes. Yeah, the problem is she's losing to her inner demon right now. Yay, food. What's this? Vehicle. We got wheelbarrow. Okay. Let's see. Vehicles. Wheelbarrow. All right, gives us some more, a little bit more stuff going on with it. That should help. Bamboo leaf tea. You know what? Would you... Not food. Not a drug. There we go. Yay, they light it up into light. Good job. Complementary traits. Looks like that improved her mood a little bit. Still depressed. Might as well loot the joint, right? Bamboo sled. Things are the same, aren't they? That one's a little better, I think. How do you compare is the question, I guess, huh? But we wanted to replace that with this. Oh, well. We're going with the sled. And a little bit of free XP. Cool. Almost at the end of the month again. In the valley, time slips away. The mountains are quiet. There's fire, but no light at night. Rice, but no cooking. Efficient insects are one meal. Flowers and herbs another. I'm not a temple Buddha, just a worldly hermit. When approaching the small mountain village, Taiwu suddenly hears a rough song coming from the village. Follow the song. One meal with fish and bugs, another with flowers and herbs. Not a temple's Buddha, yet dares calls himself a immortal beyond the world. Following the trail of the song, Taiwu soon finds the old Taoist before him, a thatched hut. Head lowered and eyes fixed on the ground. Approach Taoist. You claim to be a hermit, but all you do is send the youth to their deaths. The old Taoist seems to get more and more angry, stretching out his two withered fingers, pointing relentlessly at the ground. At that moment, having walked behind the old Taoist, Taiwu is about to speak, and sees the old Taoist spitting at the ground. Feeling puzzled, Taiwu looks around the old Taoist's painting. There are large and small crickets lie side by side on the ground, both dead. So he's holding the dead crickets? Still laughing, you little insect? Do you know how perilous the road ahead is? The old Taoist did not turn back, still pointing at the cricket on the ground, shaking his head. So he thinks that Woody is the cricket's talking. On hearing this, the old Taoist slowly turns around. He's a very old man whose age is a mystery, gray hair with a pale lined face. The bug laughed on the ground, and you laughed behind my back. I don't see there's much a difference. The old Taoist grins at Woody Taiwu in his childless manner. However, the grin makes Woody Taiwu notice the gray spot on his face. It doesn't look like a birthmark or a scar, but more like ashes. There's an unsettling quality about it. Having been startled by the gray spot on the old Taoist face, Woody Taiwu looks a little embarrassed and bows out of politeness. The gray spot somehow creeps me out. The old Taoist perceives the tense expression on Woody Taiwu's face and immediately understands. He strokes his beard and laughs. Don't be afraid, I have had this black stone ash since I was a child. It's a mark of death from Yama. Fortunately, I was saved, and my life has been extended to this day. It will not harm others, but those who have been tainted by this blackstone ash are not likely as fortunate as I am. Blackstone ash? I've never heard of such a disease before. I guess you haven't seen many people. Besides, blackstone ash is not a disease. It's a mark. Well, forget it. Anyway, people marked with it are doomed to die soon. Hill Taoist shakes his head and looks at Woody Taiwu sternly. I think you should tell me why you came to me. I've just arrived. I want to borrow a boat to cross the hidden mountain river outside the village. I wonder if Taoist can offer guidance. First time here? Did you come from the valley? What is your surname? The old Taoist fixes a gaze on Woody Taiwu and slowly asks. I come from the deep valley. My surname, it's a compound surname. Taiwu. Oh, from the valley, and your surname is Taiwu. The old Taoist nodded, lost in thought for a while, and said, the village only has one small boat that can cross the river. It's just behind my house. It was supposed to be lent to you, but it suddenly hesitated, stumbling over his words. Something troubling you? Well, that boat, I once had a cricket match with the village chef. My undefeated jade tail actually lost to his dullard, so I gave him a boat to settle the bet. Now I wish to ask the Shiwai line. Is it Shiwai Shan? To fight for me again, but it's grown lazy and only sends its good for nothing and sent descendants to brush me off. I truly have no choice, none at all. As the old Taoist speaks, Woody Taiwu glances again at the crickets lying on the ground, both completely motionless, without the slightest signs of life. Since the boat now belongs to the chief, I should go humbly request it back. Right. Go ask the village chief. It's the same. Since that's the case, please tell me where the village chief is now. Then I am none other than the village chief, the old Taoist cried, as this was both reasonable and logical. Woody Taiwu is left bewildered. Is he deliberately being misleading, or is he truly lost his wits? Well, Taoist, why must you toy with a junior like me? No trickery, none at all. If your cricket wins against mine, I'll give you the boat. It's just my Shiwai Zhan is feeling lazy right now, so this isn't a good time to challenge me. How about this? Go gather some wild herbs first. We'll fill our bellies and tempt the cricket's appetite. That'll spark its fighting spirit. The old Taiwu speaks solemnly. Hearing his words through and as Woody Taiwu is uncertain of his intent. Just as Woody Taiwu prepares to respond, the two crickets lying on the ground suddenly flip over and crawl upright, one behind the other. Woody Taiwu is stunned into silence. Very well, I shall gather wild herbs for you for now. Woody Taiwu responds awkwardly. Then before he can say more, he sees a person and two crickets in front of him. One speaking, the insects fluttering their wings as if already in deep conversation. The old Taoist waves his hand, signaling for Woody Taiwu to go and return quickly, then pays Woody Taiwu no further mind. He's filled with surprise, yet finds himself at a loss for words. Yeah, I'd be a little weirded out too. Middle-aged man. Grim-faced middle-aged man suddenly steps out the roadside to question him directly. That's right, I came from the valley. I know. I ordered just everything now. You're trying to borrow the Taoist boat to cross the hidden mountains of the river outside the village, right? But he refers and told you could pick wild herbs. A boy of 8 or 9 lies on a low tree by the roadside and cuts excitedly, interrupting his conversation. That's right, I've come to borrow the boat, but I still don't understand what picking wild herbs has to do with it. Although the Taoist has an odd temper, he's never been known to make things difficult for outsiders. Perhaps this time it's merely a whim. Well, it's just wild herbs. I'll take you to gather some later. A strong young man steps out from behind the thatched hut and continues. So this gentleman is eavesdropping now too? I was behind the cottage helping Miss Kanye fix the fence. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but the Taoist always speaks freely with us. I just flustered by him. The young man turns red from a mere jest. No need to be nervous, brother. I'm just teasing you. I knew. Go back and help me fix the fence. The Taoist has the reasons. A woman's voice suddenly comes from beneath the nearby eaves. The lighting under the eaves is dim, and the woman appears to be wearing a mask. Her face cannot be seen clearly. The young man called Ainu blushes even more at words and quickly returns behind the thatched cottage. Situ Hanye, enough nonsense. Is the Taoist always right? You came from the valley to get the boat and take it from him to take me with you. The middle-aged man strides up to Woody Taiwu and raises his voice. At these words, the woman named Situ Hanye turns and sighs and turns back into the house. If it's urgent, why not ask the Taoist yourself? You don't understand. I was once of noble blood, saved by the Taoist. After that, I ended up here. I wanted to lead the return to my wealth, but the Taoist refused to listen to my request and kept rescuing these beggars. You're just a dork. So that's how it is. Everyone in this village came from outside. Ooh, would you quit knocking my microphone out of the way, cat? Come on, sit down. Enough talk. No more of this. Hurry up and bring me the boat. I, Guoyan, have been waiting for years and can wait no longer. That fool Ainu has gone to the place with wild herbs. He's strong, but the old Taoist refused to let him help me build a boat. Middle-aged man calling himself Guoyan says then and kicks some weeds nearby in frustration. Okay there, Guoyan. Ainu's there. So he's up there picking herbs. And this is Situ. Let's go talk to Situ. Although Woody Taiwu sees her in distance, the masked young woman from earlier sitting by a grave drinking alone. As he draws closer, the gravestone becomes visible, deeply engraved with the word Tomb of Situ Shuzing. Situ Hanwei seems unaware of his approach, continuing to drink. The vast plains stretch. Situ Hanwei seems unaware of his approach, continuing to drink. The vast plains stretch beneath the stars, the moon rising over a great river, such beautiful names. My sister was born when a shooting star passed across the sky. My parents thought it was a good name, omens, so they named her Chui Xing. I was born when a heavenly dog ate the moon. My parents thought it was ill omens, so they wrote it on my swaddling quilt and abandoned me in the wilderness. Wow, that's rough. Later, the old Taoist took me in and said that the moon was just returning home, so he named me Hanye. Situ Hanwei says lazily, slightly drunk. So this is your sister's grave? Situ Hanwei says nothing in response. She suddenly turns, her eyes gleaming with menace, and hurls the wild cup straight at Woody Taiwu. We'll go with our willpower. That's our strong suit here. Completely unguarded, Woody Taiwu barely manages to swat the flying wine cup aside. Yet a wave of numbness surges up his arm. The cup carries hidden forces, already injured Woody Taiwu's right arm. The cup neither spins nor turns, just holds such tremendous force within. Alas, turns out your martial arts are that weak. Seeing how easy Woody Taiwu's strike lands, Situ Hanwei loses all killing intent. She hurries over to bandage the wound for Woody Taiwu. We bear no grudge. Why would you attack me with a wine cup? Sorry, I was a bit out of it. I mistook you for an enemy. Situ Hanwei, reeking of alcohol, skillfully dresses the wound, and then helps Woody Taiwu rest under the tree by Chui Xing's grave. With such harsh methods, your enemy must be very powerful. A cornered rabbit will bite. How could I not guard against my enemies? If I let down my guard even for a moment, they would pounce without a care for their lives. In a blink, I'd be torn limb from limb. Sounds like the young lady has many enemies, and they are all ruthless criminals. Indeed, if not for the old Taoist saving me, I fear my enemies would have killed me long ago, and I wouldn't have found such a hidden place to bury Chui Xing. Alas, if I had met the old Taoist earlier, perhaps Chui Xing would have never died, Situ Hanwei said, looking at Chui Xing's grave. What kind of villain killed your sister and sought to wipe out everything? No, Chui Xing, of course, had to be mine to kill. Hanwei speaks slowly, then walks to Chui Xing's grave, placing one hand gently on the tombstone. Seeing Woody Taiwu visibly surprised, Hanwei smiles faintly and turns to say, You must be wondering why, after killing my sister, did I choose to bury her beside me? I was abandoned at birth, but my master took me and taught me to read and trained me in martial arts. Among his disciples were many killers, assassins, robbers, mercenaries, until one day I learned by accident that their next target was my sister, Chui Xing. I couldn't defy my sect, yet I couldn't bear to see her die, so I broke the rules and killed her first to spare her from worse at their hands. Thus, I killed Chui Xing and betrayed my sect. Karma and fate are simply the natural cycles of the Tao. We merely go with the flow. The heavens are unjust. Must we small women just comply? Then who is to blame for sowing the seeds of this evil? Hanye clenches her fists, her eyes showing a glint of fierceness again. Her mood drops significantly. Karma follows its own path. Good and evil always have their consequences. What you're saying, I don't quite understand. It was a drunken slip of the tongue. I shouldn't have spoken of it. If you go spreading these words around, I won't forgive you. But with your martial arts so weak, are you not afraid of being bullied on your journey outside? I grew up in a deep valley where I never had a chance to use martial arts, so my skills are lacking. Wanye ponders for a while, looks Woody over, and then continues. I injured you by mistake and must offer an apology. Before the Taoist lent you his boat, if you wish to train, you may come spar with me anytime. Perhaps I could teach you a few ways to stay alive. You may spar with Situ Hanye. Never been better. Okay, secrets. And Xiaomazu there. No idea what that is. There he is, Mysterious Chow. It is said, those born in the grass and soil are soft, those born in the brick and stone are tough, born among the rubble. The young boy whom Woody Taiwu had met once by the short trees by the road is now lying on the ground, shaking his head, mumbling from the old book towards several small mud bowls that were making cricket sounds, seemingly encountering some unfamiliar characters. Born among the rubble, one's nature is poor. Yes, born among the rubble, base in nature. You recognize that line from the secret manual? You've read the scripture? The little boy jumps up, nervous and excited. The scripture is widely circulated. My foster father once taught me to read it. Bah, nonsense. My scripture is worth 10 great cities. It wouldn't be just widely spread. Taoist told me so. There's truth in that. The golden mansions lie within books, and knowledge is priceless. Scripture is no ordinary text, the little boy says with bifurcation. My parents traded me for it. Even as there's no real knowledge inside, it's still worth a fortune. His mood drops significantly. Your parents traded you for that scripture? Yes, if it wasn't for the Precious Sutra, why would my parents trade me for it? They adored crickets, but never favored them. They even lost their home over it. So they wanted to study the secrets of cricket duels in the scripture and win the house back. But when it came time to make the exchange, they didn't show. Instead, they had Taoists bring me here and the scripture. The old Taoist wants to fight crickets with him. If only you one will lend the boat. If you're willing to be my apprentice and play crickets with me, I'll teach you some of the secret techniques from the Precious Sutra. How about it? Haha, little master. Then please bestow your teachings upon me. Alright, I have 3 little generals here, and I'll send them to you as a gift. Since you entered my school, you should know my name. I am Zhu Zai Mao. Heh Zhu Zai Mao stands proudly, striking a master pose, and hands Woody Taiwu 3 bamboo tubes containing crickets. Thank you, Master Zai Mao. I've heard you're quite remarkable. Alright, so we get some crickets. Cool. Take these little generals, and now let's have a fight. Do you want to teach you some basics first? Bet. Sure. Here. What do we got that you might want? No, we're not giving you any monkey brew, any books. None of that. How about some food? Oh, okay. 1,800, it's worth. Let's do it. So who's our crappiest here? 97, 115, 60, 40, 325, 35, 30, 421. I think you're the crappiest. Let's go with you there. We'll do you there, and then you can take out the Vanguard. Sure. Attack! Nope, they're actually going to fight it out. Get him. Get him. You got this. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Come on, get in there. Oh, he is absolutely just mogging me. Defeat. Oh no. We lost our foodstuffs. How dare we? Just play a few rounds of cricket with me. Internet naturally is writing papers. Just billion no papers. Always shall we must experience to truly understand. Okay, cricket duels are unlocked. Cool. Nope. We're not talking with that guy. He's a jerk. Going past the month here. That'll be done in next month, okay? We can get that up to, so we basically have 30 total there. That's not bad. And then studying's good. That's good. Okay. Let's go back this way for a second. Okay. Let's go talk to this guy. I'm really sorry for making a fool of myself earlier. The wild earth grew our best friend here. I'll pick some for you now as an apology. Ainu says, blushing. Before he finishes speaking, he bends down and starts picking wild earths. Apologize? I was the one doing it. Why should you apologize? Is that so? I've always been slow-witted. No matter what I do, I always do it wrong, and I have to hurt those around me. It's like the stupidest thing I did before being saved by the old Taoist was hurt a mother and a child, a memory too painful to revisit. What happened before you were saved? I feel deeply guilty about this. That day I was chopping wood in the mountains when I happened upon several black robed cornering a mother and her child. I stepped in the hill, but accidentally killed one of them. His sect mates, grieving the death of their brother, must have been consumed by sorrow and came chasing after me that very night. I had been trying to protect the mother and the child as we fled, but the woman blamed me for drawing enemies upon them. She told me to take the responsibility alone and return to let them exact their revenge. I felt terrible for that mother and child, racked with guilt. I went back ready to die, but the black-robed ones didn't kill me. They just demanded the whereabouts of the mother and child. I suppose they meant to trap me into guilt and seek revenge. I refused to speak, and they stabbed me twice. When I woke again, the Taoists had brought me here. Though one should see a rescue through to the end, the fact that this ended poorly is not your fault. Alas, it ended poorly, and if the mother and child failed to escape, I bear great guilt. Ainu closes his eyes, saying no more. Tears fall from the corners, sorrow written over his jaws. I mean, it wasn't your fault. Forget it. Let's pick some wild herbs first. Right. I almost delayed the important matter. There are wild herbs everywhere. Just keep picking. You can't go wrong. All right. Gather foodstuffs as much as possible in the current location and nearby. Okay. Now we can do gather. Give them wonderful herbs. Let's see if we can find somewhere that has more than 3. This one looks pretty good. Hey, little box. Smash Silverstone. T8 Regent of Herb. Used to make pills for increasing dexterity and enhancing dodge. Also used to craft poison creams. Cool. Might as well grab this since we're over here. Oh, wants to gather foodstuffs. Okay. Yep, done in the month. Of course, we had an epiphany after we finished studying it. That's always helpful, right? Yep, off it goes. Next book. Let's go ahead and start with some of these fine ones, I guess, huh? Sure. And then we should probably try and do some breakthroughs as well here, huh? We got a couple of them that we needed to do. More than a couple, okay. Alright, let's start. We needed to clear this one. Oops. Wrong button. Go through the lunacy. And if we go down around this way and back in that way, I guess, huh? Oof. That's a rough one to try and do. Yeah. Didn't think that was going to happen. Wrong button again. Maybe we'll get lucky on it. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's do 2,000 on that one. Why not? Okay, this one's 100% on comprehension, so we can get through there no matter what. So if we go 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay. Yeah. Clarity, association, emergence fine. We can jump up here, come back here, put this in for, let's say, 2,000. And we grab comprehension and we go done at 23. Nice. Power cap of 40. Cool. Room for improvement, huh? Oh, those are the mechanisms. Okay. How much experience do we have now, though? Not a whole lot, do we? Let's just wait on that, then. We'll go ahead and maybe study for some experience once this one's done. And we can go ahead and put that back in there. Nothing there still. Not much foodstuffs around here, is there? That one looks okay. Nameless monster, huh? Should we give it a society here and see? Mm-hmm. Engage in battle. Oh, okay, they're not too bad. I forgot to put my defensive art on. Oh well. keep him at a nice close distance, so all he can do is really punch me. Okay, this one should be it. Alright, cool. Lungment powder, which gives us physical defense, and soul dew, which is key recovery. Okay. Nice amount of experience and prestige there. What is this thing? It's nothing like human or ghostly. Had flesh and blood. Could be some wandering spirit from that desolate mountain. Wait, it just turned to ashes? Still a bit shaken. Give me that food. How's our health? So we got one injury there. Wanted to go here. We forgot to put in this guy. We don't have anything there yet. Do we have anything else we could put in here? No. Up here we just have the Chant of Abundance. Okay. So that's that. Okay. Okay, those are side quests. Main story. It says we should be able to go talk to that dude now, I guess, huh? I guess we do have to talk to this jerk. You did not address me by name, but you're speaking to me? Ha! No talking if we don't get along. This commoner has matters to attend to. I'll take my leave. What a wild fool, not knowing how to show respect. When I reclaim my power, I'm sure you understand my methods. Goyang grits his teeth, speaking thoughts directly clear to someone who has never been disrespected. Heaven values harmony. Since you have a request and we have no grudge, why not treat each other with respect? I'm a person of great magnanimity and won't argue with the likes of you commoners. But last, let me ask you, when will the old Taoist finally lead you the boat? How can I know his thoughts? Huh, how about I show you a better way? I see you're tough, strong, capable. Why don't you just carry the boat away? No need to pickle others. Even if he finds out, I don't think he'll be too hard on you. Since he told me the commission's for borrowing the boat, why should I rush? You're quite composed. Anyways, I'll wait by the river. As you wish. Borrowing the boat is but a simple task, but the old Taoist had me gamble crickets and pickle others. Makes no sense at all. Foster father asked me to leave the valley and find him, but I'm stuck here. If I miss something important, I could face him. Perhaps keep your word and honor chivalry. Fine, if not for staying true to the chivalric path to become ties, what would the meaning of chivalry be? That's great. Month of Goat. That day, dawn had yet to break. The sun remains hidden, the low moon scatters faint sunbeam. Taiwu is still steep in slumber. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream rises from the small village outside the valley. Then crashing walls and splintered roofs, the roar of destructions and flames burst the sky. Leap up in shock. It's like the village is on fire. That's awful. Absolutely horrid. Oh yeah, we're still not done with that one. Okay, cool. Couple more chapters. Cool. And then here. Nope, not there. This one here. I would like to look at medical care for myself here. I do have one injury. Yeah, my medical art's a little better than hers. Okay. All right, I'll fix that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Tomb raiding. Renovate the grave. No. We can honor the deceased, though. Burn some joss paper and place some offerings to honor the deceased. That's great. See how nice we are? Alright, let's go do this. Burning Hamlet. Go. Look, the place is on fire. Village is already growing red in the firelight. Providing the flames, Taiwu charges into the inferno. From afar, he spots a man and a beast locked in fierce combat outside the old Taoist thatch hut. By the time Taiwu reaches the scene, the fight has grown even more brutal in a flash. The two are already clashing further down the path. Pursue at once. Seems to be someone ahead. That's Ainu. Who's over here? Nope. We're not talking to him either. You have dashed for closely behind. Dawn broke the figure beast became clear. It's neither a ghost or stranger, but Situ, alarmed and concerned. No Taoists fight fiercely in the cliff's edge above the dark river. Trapped with no way out, their battle grows only more intense. Attacks with reckless abandon when the old Taoist defensively was clearly struggling. Save them. Don't come any closer. Situ has fallen to the deviation. Your Fuyu Hill hasn't regained its power. You won't win this. Run while you still can. Deviation power. How do you even know I have a Fuyu Hill? For heaven's sake, when I tell you to run, you run. Didn't the Hermit of the Valley tell you anything before naming you Taiwu? The old Taoist barely finishes a sentence before nearly getting struck again by Situ. What Hermit of the Valley? Watch out, Taoist. I've been playing the world for 70 years. Looks like today I'll be leaving my life behind right here. Situ strikes again after missing the first strike. The Taoist has no strength left, already gasping his final breath. Too weak to dodge, he just swings asleep with the last of his strength, sending Situ flying. Just then, Situ landing throat first on a jagged rock, sharp as a spearhead. Taoist! It's a hopeless fight, hopeless fight. The possessed would never die so easily. I only wanted to keep you here, to prevent you from leaving the valley and being harmed by these demons. Alas! True to his words, before the old Taoist could finish, Situ, whose throat was already pierced by a sharp stone, indeed leaped to her feet, flabbergasted. Karma never forgets. This is my fate.
The old Taoist muttered under his breath, then suddenly spread his arms wide, channeling his true chi through his entire body. Before Taiwu could react, he had already leapt into the air, taking the possessed one and plunging down towards the dark river at the base of the mountain.
Holy moly. Taiwu's in a storm of confusion. Fear, doubt, and sorrow all surged at once, watching the old Taoist sacrifice himself to vanquish evil. Woody Taiwu feels a deep, piercing grief. Why is Situ fallen into deviation? What is deviation? The old Taoist words are cryptic and hard to grasp, and everything is filled with dread and uncertainty. Head to the hidden river to find the old Taoist. Okay. Now, I did put that on there, didn't I? Yes, okay. Alright, let's find the old Taoist. Shocked and sorrowful, Taiwu summons the hidden river. Soon, a shallow spot by the hidden river, Rudy Taiwu finds the old Taoist laying there. Hurry to support him. Kind one, I owe you my life. I've lived these extra 70 years. Never thought I'd see you again before the end. Don't go back out there, please. The world out there doesn't deserve someone as good as you. As Woody Taiwu pulls the old Taoist on the riverbank, the elder coughs up blood, clutching Woody Taiwu's hand as tightly as he speaks in a faint, dazed voice. Just as Taiwu is about to channel his true ki to save him, the old Taoist closed his eyes and drew his final breath. The sun rose in the east while the river below remained cold and dark. Woody Taiwu laid the old Taoist to rest by the riverside, then held the Fuyu hilt in his hand, studying it for a long time. Although Taiwu still didn't understand its powers, Woody Taiwu was certain of one thing. Foster father's disappearance and the Taoist sacrifice were deeply connected to this mysterious object. Thinking of this, Taiwu wiped away tears. The answers to these unsolvable mysteries must lie within this item. I have to find my foster father as soon as possible to ease this burden in my heart. Encounter completed. Return to the village to find the boat. We're all the way over here now. We've got some baddies around. think it's how high my annihilation key is. It would be doing a little better, but you know, probably just not using the right skills would be my guess. So you know, we'll look at it sometime here. Maybe we need to go for the blade instead of the finger ones or something. But anyways, we get some armor, right? Yep. Armor's good. And a couple of ingredients, so that's good. Armor attributes and armor. Copper anklets. Blade break 3.43, toughness 5.11. I wonder, is this like the optimal point, or is it like you can move it somewhere else to be better? Let's go ahead and give it like external all the way up here. Or internal all the way up, I guess. I want to see how that works. It gives it 231% key penetration, and we'll see how that works. Problem is the hit attributes are mostly precision and dexterity. I think is what's making it not do so much damage. Oh well, we're going to try that and see. Make sure that all looks good. Okay. Rest a month here. And we got an epiphany for something that we finished, of course. Sorry. Next book. Still nothing there we can combine with that. Because, yeah, we still only got the Chant of Abundance. Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to go straight key penetration for a while and see what happens. And what is this? Oh, it's Situ who's possessed. Taiwu, surrender your life. Attempted to converse with Hanwei, but Hanwei, possessed by Zhangqiu and already surrounded by Zhangqiu's underlings, take the initiative to banish evil. Gonna be a pretty rough one, I think, here. Yeah. Yeah. I don't suppose you can change that right now, can you? So definitely not good having it how I have it, I think. It's gonna be a long one to get all these markers up, huh? How does that work, I wonder? Okay, left leg, seal, acupoint 1. Looks like right leg, huh? Oh, looks like we may actually get this thing over with sometime this year. Whoa, finally. Cure, yes. Cure the bewitched. All right. Guide to the 6 symptoms. Introduction to poisons. Okay. And an oily orb. Agility plus 10. Hell yes. All right. Kill, kill, kill. Woody Taiwu looks at the nameless monsters that have already crumbled to ash. Hanye City remains deranged as if possessed, wild and erratic, eyes vacant and soulless. In that dazed moment, the Fuyu Hope suddenly leaps from Woody Taiwu's chest. The Tao's finalist words ring in Woody Taiwu's mind like thunder. The Fuyu hilt, its power has not yet returned. The possessed, subdue them with the Fuyu hilt. Strikes the back of her head once more, and Hanye City falls unconscious instantly. Help them up and continue treatment. Please can subdue them, especially with the few you hold in hand. Even if Situ lasts out again, feels no fear. With that in mind, he begins treating the wounds with full attention. After a while, Situ suddenly cries out, her eyes flaring up, waking up from a nightmare, and asks repeatedly, "Why am I here?" give a brief account what happened. On hearing this, Sityu lets out a long sigh and speaks with sorrow. So no enemies came for me, and no sisters turned against one another. I tried stopping my fellow disciples from killing Chui Sing, but ended up injuring the Taoists by mistake. If you hadn't insisted on saving me, I'd still be a monster, neither man nor ghost. Chui Sing, could it be? I was asleep when my sectmates barged in, saying they had found Chui Jing's whereabouts and asked me to go with them. She's my blood sister and their assassination target. There's no way I'd let them kill her. In the chaos, I broke the oil lamp and set the place on fire. I had no choice but to flee. I had to reach her first so I could kill her before they did. So what the possessed sees is vastly different from what others see. I was desperate but couldn't catch up. Then a divine light fell from the heavens, so bright I couldn't open my eyes. Warmth filled my body and my heart felt still and quiet. Chui Jing, fellow disciples, betrayal of our sect, none of it seemed important anymore, and when I opened my eyes, I saw you. You were not in your right mind and still had such vivid hallucinations. It was no illusion. Sityu shakes her head firmly and says, the Taoist died because of me. I am no longer have any ties to this place. If you do not mind, might I follow you to repay the debt for saving my life? Overwhelmed with joy. So we get Hanwei as a companion. Cool. All right, Hanwei. Still depressed. Favorability intimate. All right, so we got another companion. That's nice. Got a bit more key. And then we wanted to fix this thing because that just didn't work, did it? Go back to the breakthroughs on this, right? On this guy, and this just seemed like a terrible idea. I think putting it, I guess right there is like the max it can be for the... Probably should break through them too sometime here. Nice thing is she's got some pretty decent equipment too to start, so that's nice. I am gonna go with me though, and absolutely put that oily orb on. Yay! We now have more than doubled our agility because it's so bad. Okay. And let's go ahead and see if we can do a little bit of medical care because we do have an injury. So get rid of that. Heal that injury. Taiwu goes back in the small village outside the valley. The fire has long since died out. After a thorough search, you find the little boat, having sustained little injury, but not a single soul remains in the village. Recalling all that happened before, you feel as waking from a dream. Sturdy boat. Take the boat and leave this place. Do we see if we can beat the monkey up that's down there? Hey, another epiphany for something we finished. Or no, this one isn't finished. Oh my gosh. We could actually use an epiphany for once. All right, we'll do that. And some bedtime reading. And we'll do walk and wander on that. Perfect. Comprehending. Things are going good. Now we'll do a little bit more nimble too. Oh yeah. We can definitely get the monkey beat up here. Monkey going down. Need that experience, right? Leopard is a bit more of a problem. I don't think we're going to have fun with him. Unknown. Yeah. That's a blue level one. I don't think we want to mess with him. But we'll take this. The wild rabbit. No Taoist grave. I'm going to honor him. Nope. I think we'll save leaving the valley for tomorrow. Or maybe not tomorrow, but maybe the next day. I'm debating on how I want to go between this and Songs of Six. So it might be like 2 days and 2 days, or maybe I'll swap it off every other day. But I think I'm going to call that for tonight. We're just about out of the tutorial zone. We've almost got to the point where we're going to get to the city and start making our own, village of Taiwu going on. So, but we'll continue on with this one and probably spend some time reading things because there's just so much to this game that, yeah, nobody wants to watch me read for 12 hours on the in the encyclopedia. So, but I want to thank everybody for hanging out and watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. We're just going to advance the month here to save it real quick here, and then we'll call that good. Have a good night, everybody. Hey, another one. Now this is totally done. We're definitely getting one now. Anyways, don't bother with all that because it's going to just go away. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good night.